Hello everyone, welcome once again to this channel, and today we will continue with the topic of pot plants. So in the previous video जो पिछला वीडियो था हम लोगों ने pot plants के बारे में कुछ सीखा था. That was selection, and in selection the first thing that we discussed was the pots, right? हम लोगों ने pots के बारे में मतलब सीखा था, डिस्कस किया था. एंड देन इट हैज़ बीन प्रैक्टिस सिंस द 16th century, right? Since the 16th century, and like they use by different types of pots. Pots means not only the pots that you plant with like which is made out of mud, yeah, anything, but it is, you can even take your cup, the cup of tea also, okay? जो आपका जिससे आप चाय भी पीते हो उससे भी मतलब you can make it as a pot plants, okay? You can plant different type of plants in that, right? And then we have even learned that how to select, कैसे select करना है, right? To choosing the varieties, and then the height, you have to see the height of the plant, उसका height कैसा है, उसका width कैसा है, उसकी roots कैसे हैं, right? If its root is like if the root grows and it stretch very long, then you have to take a bigger pot, right? तो उस प्लान के बारे में भी आपको जानकारी होना चाहिए, so that you will choose a particular pots. And then you don't need to shift it here and there, like आपको shift करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, right? यहाँ से वहाँ मतलब इस pot से दूसरे pot तक. And then yeah, make sure that it have a good drain, it can have a good drainage system, like drainage system. If you see in a pot, okay, this is very common that there is a hole, right? There is a hole at the bottom. So but there are some pots also that there is no hole, okay, in the bottom. So if there is no hole, so you have to drill it, right? You have to drill, because if you irrigate, अगर आप ज़्यादा पानी डालोगे भी उस प्लान में, तो वो जो होल है like at the bottom उससे मतलब निकल जाएगा, and it will balance the moisture, वो balance करेगा moisture को like in the pots, okay? So you have to like it's really necessary, actually it is necessary, and I have shown you some of the picture also, right? So that's why it's important. But there are some plants, you can plant some plants also. आप कोई plants को plant कर सकते हो in that type of pot जहाँ पर hole नहीं है, तो it's fine. But if you plant there, you can plant it just for some few weeks, okay, as it's growing. So as soon as you see that it's growing very nicely, then you have to shift it to another pot जहाँ पर like there is a hole, okay? And then from there, then when you water and all, then if it's stretched and if the water is so much also, it will come out from that hole. So you can plant, it's like there is no problem, you can plant in that type of pot जहाँ पर hole नहीं है, but you have to shift it later, okay? You have to shift it later. And yeah, you have to see the, like when you plant, okay? On the other hand, if the container is too large, okay, suppose जो आपका container है या फिर आपका जो pot है वो बहुत मतलब if it's really big या बड़ा है compared to the plant, okay, compared to the plant, so your plant may spend all of their energy on root development. तो इसमें क्या होगा, ज़्यादा root development होगा, okay? And जो growth होगा, like the vegetative part, okay, which comes out from the soil, that one it will be less, it won't grow that much, okay? So the rooting system will develop more. So that's why seeing the variety, okay, you have to see the variety and how much it will grow, so that it will be equal, okay? So this is really important that you have to keep in mind. And then yeah, not only we didn't only discuss about the pot, okay, जो मतलब common pots है, but we even discuss अगर आपको suppose if you want to plant tomatoes, अगर आपको टमाटर उगाना है, so what type of this one pot you can plant your tomatoes. So you can plant it in what, in a basil basket या फिर whiskey barrels, and I have shown you the picture also. And you can plant not only tomatoes but even cucumbers, pole beans, okay, and then most perennial, जो perennial plants है, okay, and then so according to the West Virginia, also we discussed that according to the West Virginia University or University Extension Service, जो shallow rooted crop है like lettuce, pepper, herbs, okay, herbs and most annuals, okay, most annuals plants, they need what? A planter. Planter at least 6 inch in diameter with an 8 inch soil depth. So we have discussed what is planter also, okay, it's long and it's vertical also, so you can check it from the the website, you can check how it looks if you want to see, so to have more ideas. And then you have to choose a pot, okay, this is like a tip that I have given in the last video, that was when you choose the containers in a proper proportion to the size of a plant, okay, this is one thing to remember, okay, that you have to choose the container or the pots in a proper proportion to the size of the plant. And a container that is about 1/3 as tall as the plant often works very best, okay, it works best if a container is about 1/3, so 1/3 as tall as the plant, जो आपका कंटेनर है वो 1/3 बड़ा है आपके प्लान से, तो ये बहुत like it will be very best. So this was some of the recap, okay, that we discussed in the previous video. Now we will discuss about the new in the new slide we'll discuss something new. So now in this slide you can see this poem, okay, it is written that ideally place a plant into a pot that's the same size it's growing in, okay, and after that when transplanting, okay, why? Because of why you transplant, क्यों ट्रांसप्लांट करते हो एक पॉट से दूसरे पॉट मतलब जो उससे बड़ा है, because a plant has outgrown, okay, because the plant has outgrown, so it need much space, okay, because it has outgrown in its current pot, okay, so that's why it's just this one is just a point to remember, okay, आपको याद करना है कि जब आप चूज़ करते हो प्लान को, so you have to place a plant that in a pot that is of same size, okay, same size it's growing in. And then when transplanting, like it should be equal, like if the root is growing like 3, like suppose just say like 3 centimeter, so even जो आपका plan है it shouldn't increase, like suppose if it should increase only like 3 to 4, that's enough, okay, so that it can like it can be balanced, it can grow nicely and then it won't overgrow, okay, so you have to see the spread also, the spreading also of that plant, the spreading of its root. So the variety you should really know it, you have to have the knowledge of the varieties of different types of plants that you are planting. And when transplanting, because a plant what it has outgrown its current pot, like it has outgrown, it has like it need, okay, sometime you know, even if you use like suppose you use this one, you use a pot and then sometime even the pot it start cracking, okay, it start cracking because of the outgrowth of the root, so that's why you have to shift it to another pot, okay, and you have to shift to a pot, here it's mentioned 2 to 4 inches larger in diameter. Select the large size pot for plants that grows quickly. There are some plants, okay, there are some plants that grows quickly, कुछ ऐसे plants होते हैं जो जल्दी बढ़ते हैं, okay, जो जल्दी उनका growth होता है, so इनके लिए you have to use a larger size pots, okay, और जो slow grower है ना, जो मतलब which grows slowly, which does not grow that much fast, so this variety of plant you have to plant it in a pot in a pot that is 1 to 2 inches larger. Okay, 1 to 2 inch larger. These 2 points you have to really remember, because it really help. Okay, it really help for the plant to work well, to grow nicely. Okay, so this 2 points you have to really keep in mind. Now we'll discuss in this next slide. Okay, what are the most common pots material? So the most common pots materials are plastic and terracotta. Okay, terracotta. So plastic, so I hope you have the idea, you know, like you can see in the picture में देख सकते हैं, ये बहुत common है. Okay, these are very common pot material जो दुनिया भर में use होता है. And terracotta, like I hope you have seen how they make this one pots, right? Clay pot, जो clay pot होता है, या फिर क्या बोलते हैं उसको, the people who make this one, जो लोग मटका बनाते हैं. Okay, so that type of material, like what I'll say, which is matka material. Okay, so you can see here the second picture. This is already old, like it's already old. जो terracotta है, इसका नाम terracotta है. It's a old pick. Okay, like old pick of this one, of this it's not like brown. If it's new, then it will be very brown in color, but this one is old terracotta. Okay, pot material. So that's why it's becoming a bit whitish. You can see that कि थोड़ा whitish हो रहा है इसके side पे. So but these two are very common, and it's very good for like this one, planting of pot plants. Okay, it's very common, and I hope you all have seen this. Okay, and other than this there are more. We will discuss in the like next time we'll discuss it. So the most common pot materials are plastics and terracotta or clay. Okay, जो clay से बनते हैं. Okay, like I said, like I think you have seen, आप देखे होंगे कि कैसे मटका बनाते हैं. So from that only. Okay, उसमें ही. And then plastic pots are colorful. You can see here the first picture. They are colorful. You can choose any color, and they are also of lightweight. Like भारी नहीं होता है. You can carry it anywhere, and it is also of low cost. This is the advantages. Okay, first you can get of so many colors. Okay, बहुत सारे colors आपको मिलेंगे. You can get many types of colors. And second advantages is that it is of light weight. ज़्यादा भारी नहीं होता है. It's not heavy. It's of light weight and low cost. Okay, low cost. You don't have to spend so much money to buy this plastic pots. Okay, ज़्यादा खर्चा like you don't like ज़्यादा खर्चा नहीं होता है इसमें. You can buy it, and they tend to retain moisture, so you'll water less frequently. और ये मतलब water को retain करता है, moisture को retain करता है. So you don't need to give water frequently. Okay, and next point, that is terracotta or clay. Okay, it's made out of clay soil. Clay soil से बनाते हैं. Is the perfect choice. Okay, is the perfect choice for plants that like dry or well aerated soil, especially for this type of plant like cactus, succulents, because when you water, okay, so when you water here, okay, in this pot, if you plant succulent or cactus and you water it, so you don't need to give water frequently. Okay, it is a perfect choice for plants that like what, that like dry, जो dry, like they like mostly summer or dry or well aerated soil. Okay, and including like what, cactus, and then succulents, even orchids and bromeliads. So these are some plants that I've mentioned that you can plant here in this terracotta, and not only this but others also you can plant. So these two are the most common pot material that are used all over the world. So in the next class we will learn more, in the next video we will learn more about different potting material. Okay, so in this slide we have learned about what we have learned about, so much we have discussed so much, that what type of this one pot you should take, and then I mean how much size, okay, how much size you should take, and then of how, what size, like it should be equal to the rooting size, okay, like if it's growing, the root is growing like 3 centimeters, so even the plant should grow like at least, जो vegetative growth है वो at least it should be 3 to 4 centimeter. And then we have even discussed that you need to transplant, okay, अगर outgrowth होता है तो जल्दी से transplant करना है, shift करना है plant को. And then we have to select also the larger size pot for quick growing plant. Okay, we have discussed that. And for slow growing plant you can choose a pot of 1 to 2 inch larger, so this grow very well. And then we have even discussed about the common pot material, plastic and terracotta or clay. Okay, and then how plastic are also good and it's used worldwide, and how it really helps to retain the moisture. And even about terracotta, okay, we have discussed that it is preferred mostly for this one dry or well aerated soil like cactus, succulents, orchid. So there are other 2 more important, okay, potting material that we will discuss in the further classes or in the further lecture. There are 4 important, we have to keep this in mind, there are 4 important potting material, okay, that is mostly used. But from these 4, the 2 are very common, that is terracotta or clay, second is plastic, and then after that is concrete, and then wood. And we will discuss it more about this in the next video.